Hello everyone, I'm Ernie and I am so glad you're here with us today. Today we are going to roast and crush and smelt and cupel our ore that we picked up at the historic Chollar mine in Virginia City, Nevada, and we're going to get right to it in roasting our ore. Here is the ore that we're going to roast right now. We are going to bring the temperature up to about 1200 degrees, and it's at 1200 degrees, and we will let it roast for 25 minutes. It's been 25 minutes and we are going to take the ore out of the furnace. Here we have our roasted ore from the Chollar mine. We're going to take it to the back and to our manual stamp mill and stamp it down to size so we can put it in our rock crusher. Here is our roasted ore that we had just manually hand stamped, and now that we have it down to size, we are going to crush it in the rock crusher. Here is what our fire roasted crushed ore looks like. Let's go weigh it up. We have just a little over 9 pounds of roasted and crushed Chollar mine ore. Here we have our 113 grams of roasted and crushed ore from the Chollar mine. Our charge is made up of 113 grams of anhydrous borax, 113 grams of soda ash, 56 grams of silica sand, 40 grams of manganese dioxide, 40 grams of high litharge with flour, and 11 grams of Chapman's thinner. And let's get this heated up so we can get this to smelt. Here we have our second batch of roasted and crushed ore from the Chollar mine. There's 113 grams. The charge is exactly the same as the last one, but the only change I made on this one, I did not use 40 grams of manganese dioxide on this one. I replaced it with 40 grams of potassium nitrate. They are both oxidizers, and I wanted to see what the difference might be when I just switched the oxidizers. now going to get the cone out of the first smelt, and we'll get the lead prill. And this is the prill that we use the manganese dioxide with, and we'll see what we get. And here is our lead prill. Let's go weigh it up. And we have 3 grams on this lead prill. Our second smelt is completed now, and this is the smelt that we use the potassium nitrate for our oxidizer. We are now going to get the cone out of this cone mold and see what type of pearl we get. Let's go weigh it up. We have 7 grams on this lead prill. We are ready to cupel our 2 lead prills. The prill on the left is 3 grams, and that came from the first smelt. The prill on the right is 7 grams, and that came from the second smelt. And we are going to smelt these, and we'll see what is inside of these 2 lead prills. Our cupels are now heated up. Here are our 2 beads. The one on the left is with the manganese dioxide, and the one on the right is with the potassium nitrate as our oxidizers. Well, you can see that these 2 beads weigh up to nothing on the scale, but when you look at these 2 beads through the jeweler's loop, they are not just very, very clear, but they are very, very clean. And so the process of smelting and cupelling did really well, and you could see the gold just shining off those beads right there. And just on the other side of it, there's some shining silver as well. As we get to this closer look, you can just see how much gold is in these beads. Well, this wraps up and concludes this episode and our project of smelting our gold and silver ore from the historic Chollar mine. And I was so excited to find out that our potassium nitrate as an oxidizer was more effective than our manganese dioxide. And so I'm going to have to try that out a bit more and see if that's going to be consistent. Anyhow, I am so glad that you're here and that you joined us. And if you like this episode, smash that like button and share this on your channel so others can enjoy the process. And if you haven't become a subscriber to our channel, I encourage you to subscribe and become part of our AU family. We love to have you in the family and to converse with you. And I'm so glad you're here, and we will see you on the next one.